Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Beautiful out here this morning. Clear blue sky. Rob. Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, somebody just called me Roy. Gorgeous out here. 56 degrees. A bit of a breeze blowing, a little bit of wind. Feels like it's coming out of the north again. Gonna be warming up later today. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. It's gonna be gorgeous. Not smelling any of that nasty old red tide here this morning. So far, looking pretty darn good out here. That water might be starting to clear up a little bit. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days. The water temperature's still dropping. It's down to 69 now, 69 degrees. The colder that water gets, the less the red tide likes it. That red algae doesn't like the cold water. Yesterday there was a couple dolphins playing offshore here. I couldn't really get a good shot of them. They were really hard to see. But I know the dolphins are out here. Walking into the wind now. So I make my way up to Wiggins Pass. Not seeing much in the way of shells here. Not seeing much in the way of shells yet. Worm shells. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of little worm shells. See that water? Looks like it's starting to clear up a little bit. Thank goodness. Keep our fingers crossed up. One little dead fish, one little dead catfish it looked like. Oh, there's a live cockle shell down here, a live little cockle shell. Ooh, spiny cockle. A live spiny cockle shell. Nice. Spiny cockle. Kind of neat with their those little bumps, those little ridges. And if you look real close, you can see the cockle in there. The orange cockle. Opening up. Smiling. He sees the blue skies all around us. He's smiling. He's opening it up a little more. Beautiful shells, these cockles. The tide is on its way in. Another couple of mornings here and it'll be low tide when we get here. Another few mornings. Look at that gorgeous blue sky. That is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Blue sky all around this morning. Just one pelican flying back and forth and diving out in the water. A couple of them now. A couple more showed up. Beautiful out here.
Is your name Rob?
I'm Rob.
Okay. So my my brother-in-law from Germany.
Germany.
I've
got a lot of friends that watch from Germany.
Sent me a link. Your link.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm live right now. We're live on Facebook.
So look,
Good morning. How are you doing? Oh, all right. How are you doing?
so I'll just show you this. I'll just show you this thing.
What was his name?
His name is Pedro.
Petro in Germany?
Yeah. So I saw you yesterday, but I was on the phone, so I couldn't speak.
Well, hello, Petro.
Here you find the daily morning walks across Vanderbilt Beach videos, and that's you, right?
Yeah, I was going to Vanderbilt, but now I come up to Delnor-Wiggins.
Right. Okay.
I try to bounce around, but you see this older gentleman that sits up here?
Yes.
Yeah. I bring him to the beach, so I'm kind of limited right now to where I can take him.
Are you from Boston or?
No.
Okay.
This is.
So maybe you can say hello to.
I just did. We're live right now.
So it's,
we're going live. You say hi to Petro. There you go.
Petro.
There you go. There's
I'm
proof.
I'm with Rob. We're on Wiggins Pass. The sun is just kind of coming up.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Beautiful day.
Morning.
Yeah, it's just
I think we might see some dolphins here in a little while.
Yeah?
Yeah. Within an hour, I bet some dolphins will go by.
How long do you film for?
Between 1 and 2 hours.
1 and 2 hours. When will you post this?
It's live. It's on there. It's being posted as we speak.
Okay, but then he can download it, right? So
Yep. It's
Very
nice
good.
meeting you. Enjoy your day. Well, there you go. Have it, folks. The real reason for these beach walks. Bringing people together, huh? One beach walk at a time. That's the mission. That is the mission. You heard it. Mission accomplished. Very, very cool. It's not all about the beach. The beach is just the background. The beach is just something to look at while you're chatting with your friends here. A lot of people don't understand that. I'd love to be going to other places, but right now with Roy, I'm kind of limited there. It's got to be relatively easy access and someplace where he can get up close to some trees if it's windy. You all know how Roy is. You know what I'm talking about. Venturing down to the pier, that's nice because he's got lots of opportunities to sit down there at the pier in the sun, out of the sun, in the wind, out of the wind. So that's why we go down to the pier once in a while. We'll be venturing down to the pier one of these mornings soon here. Just waiting for this cold snap to pass us and the red tide to get out of here. This morning is Pete and Nancy's last morning on the beach here. They are very sad to be leaving us. Believe me, they have Naples in their sights. in their sights. They would love to move down here. Love to move down here. Be fun to have them down here. Holy cow, there's a group of people up here already at the pass. Already a group of people up there. I know Robert was going to come out and try and get some more fighting conch shells. I think he might have to be fighting for the fighting conchs this morning. Totally different than it was yesterday morning here. Totally different. The tide's a little bit lower. Really not seeing those piles of shells up here this morning. Wiggins Pass just up there in front of me. Here comes the wind. Saw a couple more little dead fish here on the beach. And that darn red tide is still here. It's still lurking about just offshore. Just won't leave us alone. Not much of anything up here. Not much of anything. The piles of fighting conchs have disappeared. All those moon shells. A few little moonies here I just happened to spot. A couple little ones. Got some holes in them. Older faded out ones. Piece of finger coral. Piece of finger coral broken off from our reefs here. Is that a little baby moon shell? Yeah, look at that. Look at that, a little tiny baby moon shell. That's neat. Those are the ones you miss all the time. People walk right by those little teeny tiny ones. There's always something nice out here to be found if you just stop, take the time to look. Mossy arc shell. Lots of slipper shells again out here. Lots of these slipper shells. Lots of them. It's one of those mornings you're going to have to look really close here as that tide comes in. Really not seeing much here this morning. Little dead fish, unfortunately. Another little moon shell, small one. A small one. Nothing big yet this morning. Here's looking promising right in here. A few more shells. Oh yeah, some more moons. I see some moons just staring up at me. Oh darn. Wave just came in and pushed them around. I lost sight of one of them. Little Nautica shell. I'll show you what I just picked up here in a second. Still looking here. One got pushed around in the waves. I don't know where it went. A little moon shell. Lord, God forbid somebody else gets it. I don't know where it went. Weird, but there's a couple more. There's a Nautica, nice Nautica there. I throw one of those moons back. It was pretty chipped up. Another Nautica. Another little Nautica shell. Those are neat. They kind of look like moon shells. The waves are good and bad. You know, they spread things out, but I've been reaching many times, reaching to pick something up, and a little wave came along and I lost it. Just completely lost sight of it. All little moon shells this morning. All little ones. That is so cool. I'll take it. I'll take it. I've seen a lot of these too, the worm shells. A lot of these worm shells on the beach this morning. I haven't seen any Murex shells, even broken Murex. Oh, dead fish over there, darn it. A dead fish, another dead fish. Don't like seeing that. Ugly reminder of the red tide being out there. Chipped up moon shell. There's Elsie. Good morning, Elsie. Getting nicer. Getting nicer out here. The wind's dying down a little bit. Wiggins Pass, North Naples, Florida. Just like that. No more shells. See if there's anything up here around the corner. is the north end of Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park. On a beautiful Monday morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope your work week is getting off to a pleasant start. I know a lot of you are freezing your buns off while you're watching this video. Maybe got the fireplace roaring. Beautiful here when the tide is coming in. Oh. Sadly, as the tide's coming in, I'm seeing more dead little fish up here. It's bringing them in. Washing the little dead fish on shore. Sad. Good news is we're not choking, we're not coughing and gagging out here. Thankfully. I think low tide is going to be interesting here. I know people have been... I swear I just heard a dolphin. I swear I heard a dolphin pop up. Sounded just like a dolphin. Somewhere. Maybe not. If he's swimming upriver, he's moving fast because this current is going in here, and it is strong. A dolphin could pop up here, and the next time he pops up, he'd be down by them buildings. Darn, I swore I heard one. I swear I heard one. I swear. Maybe not. Thinking they're going to be coming by here today. I'm thinking those dolphins are going to be coming by. Can't predict them. Just kind of a hunch. Just because we saw them yesterday. Well, I saw them yesterday. That sky all around, surrounded by clear blue sky this morning. Incredible, just amazing. Anything on the beach here. towards area 3. See if there's any shells down there. Keep an eye out for our dolphins. Beautiful, isn't it? Look out, Wiggins Pass. Doesn't get much clearer than that. Breezy up here. Little bit of a breeze. Well, let's start walking back down the beach. There's the point at the north end of the park there. Dexter, good morning, Dexter. Hey, hit that share button if you're liking what you're seeing. If you're new, if you're just joining us, please do not be bashful. Don't be shy. Introduce yourself to our beach family, our Southwest Florida Television beach family. Feel free to start up a conversation, join in a conversation, talk about whatever you like except politics. We don't talk about politics here. Plenty of other places to talk about politics and argue politics. I saw a post on YouTube, a video on YouTube a couple days ago, somebody out here at Wiggins Pass during the red tide. I mean, he was talking like it was the end of the world because of the red tide. It's not the end of the world. It's a big speed bump. We got to figure it out. We got to start changing our ways here. Quit polluting. And you know, the red tide was first documented back in the 1800s, the late 1800s. It's been around for a long time. But it does seem to be getting worse. And they do think there is definitely a correlation between the Lake O releases, those discharges, and our red tide outbreaks. All about us screwing things up. Hopefully, figure out how to stop it, make things better. I can't believe this little, I was reaching down in my pocket. I didn't want to lose this little tiny baby moon shell I picked up this morning. Got some pocket fuzz on it. Look at that little thing. Look at that little baby. And I drop it. At least I didn't drop it in the water. That's a little teeny tiny thing. Compared to that one I shared a picture of this morning, that was the big mama moon shell. Or the big daddy, one or the other. I don't think they have sexes. I don't know if shells have sexes. Snails, slugs, whatever's inside the moons. Oh, poor Robert's going to be disappointed. I have not seen many fighting conchs on the beach this morning. I think people have come out here and grabbed them all up. I think he grabbed them all up. I have to wait till low tide. Might have to wait till low tide. I got a feeling there's just like a big cemetery of empty shells just offshore of the pass here. Just the way they washed up a couple days ago, right up here at the point. It was just incredible. All the angel wing shells that were up here, that blew my mind. I collected a handful of angel wings. I don't know if they're angel wings or what do they call them, false angel wings. I don't know what the difference is between the two. So I just call them angel wings. They look like angel wings to me. But I had a great shelling day a couple days ago up here. I was like a little kid in the candy store with an unlimited budget. I think it was Christmas. Was it Christmas? No, day after Christmas. Was the day after Christmas. It was right up in here. Piles and piles of shells. Piles of them. Now look. Just a few shells sprinkled around here and there. Keep an eye out there in the water for some dolphins. Now the few shells that were up here earlier, the tide's come in up over them already. Kind of pulling them back into the water. Yeah, piece of a moon shell. Piece of a moon. Did anything get uncovered over here. That's what happens when these waves come in, they'll uncover things. Doesn't take much sand to bury these little shells. Little lightning whelk. Little baby moon shell. Those are the ones that just get tossed all around. That's a nice one. Another nice little baby moon shell. Hey, a little baby sand dollar. About the size of a nickel. A live one. Looks like it's a live one. A little live baby sand dollar. That's neat. That's cool. You can see its little hairs there around the edge. Nice seeing a live one. Get back. Hey, I got a Murex. Not the best of Murex shells, but it's a Murex. It'll count. Add it to my Murex collection. Neat. An apple Murex, a little apple Murex shell. A broken moon shell. Another little baby moon. How cool is that? Another little baby moon shell. Hope I don't lose them in my pocket. Another one. Another moon shell. A couple little babies and a small moon shell. Also, what do they call them? Shark eyes. Shark eyes is another common name for the moon shells. I just call them moon shells. I don't know why. Barb, when I first showed her one, she said that's a moon shell, and that's what I've called them ever since. But yes, they are also known as shark eyes. Another baby. See, I could walk back and forth in this same spot and see something new every time. That's what's amazing about shelling. It's about the angle of the sun, the shadows. Just keep walking back and forth and you find something new. A wave comes up, uncovers something, just moves things around. Little crown conch, kind of worn, but it's a crown conch nonetheless. Still got some nice color to it. King's crown, crown conch. See that? Another moon shell, and this is the third time now I've walked by this spot. Just amazing. Just amazing how that happens. No matter how good of a sheller you are, you can't find everything. That just blows my mind. Another, oh, look at that. A little horse conch. How did I miss that? A little baby horse conch shell. That is cool. Very cool. It's all about the little shells here this morning, little babies. Any more little babies? Any more little babies out here? I'll leave some babies out here for our friends. Here's an old murex, piece of a murex, piece of a moon shell. Cool. Let that tide come in and spread things around here, push things around on the beach. Gotta straighten up the old back, or I won't be straightening up at all, period. I'll be hunched over the rest of the day. Whew. Gorgeous. The water's looking a little bit better today than it was yesterday. Definitely showing signs of improvement. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Thanks for tagging along with me. Sorry if I bore you with my shelling, but it excites me. I love the little simple things in life. Every morning we come out here, just never know what it's going to be like. Never know what we're going to find out here. Some mornings, I go home with empty pockets. I don't find anything. As far as shells. Look at that. Look at that view. Just spectacular this morning. That looks like the wind now is coming out of the northwest, almost west northwest by the looks of those flags over there. The other day when all the shells were piled up on the beach here, we had that wind coming out of the northwest. Onshore wind, that really brings the shells up on shore. Sadly, that's what pushes the red tide up to shore also. So with the good comes the bad. More of those little shells. Any little babies pushed up in here? I don't know what these guys are. I've seen a lot of them out here. I I forget the name of those little, oh, that's a worm tip. That was something else. These guys here. See a lot of these washed up on the beach. I forget the name of them. But there's lots of them. Gotta look. They kind of blend in with everything. Hard to spot at first. Gotta look close. There's a live fighting conch. A live little fighting conch. You can see his little foot there. He might come out and start thrashing around here. Maybe not. Live little fighting conch. Beautiful shell. That is an absolutely gorgeous shell. A youngin'. We don't take anything home that's alive. We put it back. No matter how tempting and beautiful it might be, man, I have found some beautiful shells, but there was something making it home. So, calling it its home. So I leave it here. Looks like we got some more sand pushed up onto the beach here. Looks like that boardwalk isn't, the old boardwalk isn't as high as it was after the hurricane. It used to be flush on the ground, so you can get an idea how much sand got washed away here from the hurricane. But it looks like some sand has been pushed up here. Some new sand, so that's cool. That's a good thing. The beach here just comes and goes. Mother Nature, she just does whatever she wants, no matter what we try to do to stop her. Someday we'll learn who the boss is. At high tide, though, the water gets all the way up to here. As you can see by the shells up here. There very well could be something really nice buried here in this pile right here. You can see they're just, it's actually layers of shells. You can see how they kind of get washed away here. As the tide goes in and out, it reveals more stuff, more treasures, more little treasures. I like walking down by the water, but a good sheller will walk up on the high tide line as well, not just down by the water. Some little white ibises over here, 4 white ibises making their way up the beach. You can see that water is getting a little clearer up here, starting to clear up a little bit. That's a good thing. Finally. Let's hope that trend continues. Really warming up here, nice. Really warming up nice here. Those clear skies make a big difference. Ooh, look at that water. Yesterday up here at this end of the park, up at the north end, up here near Wiggins Pass, I was catching a few whiffs of the red tide. Nothing this morning. We do have a kind of an offshore breeze, so that's definitely helping. Hopefully it's blowing the red tide away from us. Morning. I'll keep an eye out here open for some dolphins. Sure is nice enough. Nice enough for them to be out playing. Playing about. I don't know where Pete and Nancy are. I hope they didn't leave. I hope they just didn't come out here and say goodbye to Roy, and I missed them, darn it. Sure was fun having them here for a week with us. Hey, if you enjoy my morning beach walks, tell your friends, please. Hit the share. See if you can figure out how to share my Facebook page here. It's Southwest Florida Television Facebook page. See if you can figure out how to do that. Share that. See if we can get some more friends, some more beach family members. I think these barnacles are so cool on this tree branch over here. Boy, a lot of them they've fallen off. A lot of the barnacles have fallen off on this old dead tree. I got a couple of pictures of them that I shared. They're so neat looking. More over here. The old barnacles. You don't want to sit in your beach chair long enough to have barnacles growing on you. That wouldn't be a good thing. The water is looking great. Oh, here comes my beach friend. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. He comes out in the morning. He was picking up a lot of conch shells, fighting conch shells, but no, it didn't look like he had any this morning. Crazy how things change here. 2 days ago, I filled my pockets. I couldn't carry any more shells home the other day. Just amazing. How the tide turns, huh? How the tide turns. I love this end of the park, the north end of the park. I say I didn't get a lot of shells this morning. I did find quite a few little moon shells. I did good with the moon shells this morning, all small moon shells. Didn't find any great big ones, but I did get a handful of them, a handful of moon shells this morning. So it wasn't a bad morning. A couple Murex shells there buried in with them. So I did get some nice little treasures again this morning. Oh, dropped one of those little babies. But there's what I got this morning. You can tell those moon shells are my favorites. Definitely my favorites. Dropped two little babies on the ground. Whoa, shame on me. I was so proud of myself being able to spot them up there this morning. And here I am just tossing them away. Found, I don't know, maybe half a dozen of those little babies. Cool. Are you kidding me? Another one. I love it. Another moon shell. Nothing else around it, just all by itself up here. That was weird. I don't know where those doggone dolphins are. Hey, if you like what you see, remember, I don't get paid to come out and do these live feeds or keep this page going here on Facebook, Southwest Florida Television, or YouTube, my YouTube page here, my YouTube channel, Instagram. If you like what you see, if you're feeling generous, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post if you want to send a little tip, a little thank you. Your friendship is very important, as well as your financial support. The two of them are what keep me going and keep me coming back here. So thank you. And those of you that have made that decision to become a regular monthly supporter of Southwest Florida Television, thanks for doing that. $4.99 a month. Thank you. I think I see a little spider crab down here. I think it's a spider. A little spider crab. I don't know if it's... What the... Looks like a... I don't know what kind of crab it is. It looks like a cross between a spider crab and a little leopard crab, a calico crab. I don't know what that is. That's a wild looking little crab there. Sadly, it's not alive. It's dead from the red tide. But that is a wild looking little crab. And by George, if I know what kind of crab it is. Interesting looking though. Interesting as heck looking. It's moving around a little bit. Moving around just a little. I think it's on its way to crab heaven. Sad. As the red tide takes its toll again. Beautiful morning though. Look at that blue sky, folks. Man, it's been like this all morning. Beautiful. Crystal clear blue sky. Well, I think I'm going to call it a morning for this, at least in this live feed. I'll probably post a picture or two later today and maybe another little short video. So check back later for that. I'll be out here tomorrow morning, God willing, weather permitting, God willing. It's all about the man upstairs. He's the one that's in control of everything. But as Roy would say, it is glorious out here. An absolutely glorious morning. Just gonna wander back up to the dead trees up here. Look at how, that's like a really almost a royal blue this morning up there to the east, that sky. Look at how deep blue that is, such a deep blue. Man. Looking forward to low tide one morning when we're out here. See what's out along the edge of that sandbar, the outer edge of the sandbar. That's where some interesting things get caught up at times. Good morning. I don't know what this stuff is. I have no clue what this junk is. That looks like noodles. Looks like noodles that wash up on the beach. But wherever I see that is where I start seeing the little shells. Like, looky here. I walked right by that earlier. Little apple murex shell. How cool is that? Nice little find. Nice little bonus before I end my walk this morning. Little coquina shells. A lot of people collect these little coquinas. They come in all kinds of wild colors. It just happens to be a white one. Something else here. These, where are they? I just saw a couple of them. There's a bunch of these little guys on the beach. I don't know what they are. Lots of these little bubble-looking shells. I don't know what they are. See, that looks like a little bubble or something. I don't know what they are, but there's a lot of them on the beach. Whoops. Hey. What did I do there? The gimbal went cuckoo on me. Probably getting tired of pointing down at the ground all morning. Well, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to call it a morning. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you so much for being a friend. Of course, thank you for your financial support. I rely on your friendship and financial support to keep doing these beach walks, and thank you. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. I'll see you Tuesday, tomorrow morning. Around the same time, around 8 a.m. Just depends when they open that front gate at the park. Tally-ho, everyone, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.